I guess when my wife and I started, we could have gone to South America and been missionaries alone there, like a lot of other people were. Some of the people I studied in Bible college and my missions classes.
I can remember early on when I was working with Doug in his basement of his house when we first started this program. We didn't have any missionaries except Doug and Penny and a dream. And now you can see the missionaries are around the world. This organization is doing what it's supposed to be doing.
I think what I'm really excited about now is the people that God has drawn to this vision.
Team Expansion's a family of, again, Christian servants that are available to do whatever is necessary to take the gospel to the unreached peoples of the world.
We have missionaries in 35 different countries. I think total number of about 260 missionaries on the field.
When we look at our mission statement, we have two strong verbs, send and sustain. And the sending part is basically adding to the training that most of these missionaries who apply already have. And then, of course, we have at the present time some 260 on the field, and keeping them there is a high task for us, a very high priority.
I think it's interesting as you look at different organizations or different churches, kind of takes on some of the characteristics, the personality of a leader. And Team Expansion has taken on some of the personality of the leadership, and some of the great parts of that are the visionary personality, the personality that is very excited and pumped up about things and can see way beyond the horizon. And therefore that moves us forward into places that it might take some other people years to get into.
I think we all hoped that Team Expansion would have an impact on unreached peoples, and that's happening. What we maybe didn't think about before was the way it's joined together the workers who are going and help them be able to build their platoons into more like family. In a movement of churches where missionaries previously kind of went out by themselves and they had to do everything on their own, I don't think we really anticipated what kind of camaraderie would develop in Team Expansion.
What Team Expansion has become for me is my family and my friends, just a wonderful, encouraging group of people to be a part of.
What you have here is a group of men and women that who don't easily find a group of people who can relate to them as you do here. And so here you have team leaders who come together and are able to get away from their teams and talk about frustrations and victories and share resources, and it's just such an encouraging time.
This is a great group, and so I've been with Team Expansion ever since '86. I don't really know any other agency. I've just been thrilled to be a part of it. I love the people. There's visionary leadership.
To see that happening now, back in 1989 it was a dream, and now it's reality. It's reality.
We talk a lot about a prayer in this country, but we don't do a lot of it. And so that is the first thing I think we need. We need prayer warriors to stand up and really say, we are going to commit ourselves to praying for unreached peoples and for the people next door to us.
We need goers. We need people who will sacrifice their comfort, get out of the comfort zone here in the United States and go and become God's hands and God's feet to those who don't know Him.
It doesn't make much sense. As I said a moment ago, God should give us this piece of property, which is probably worth $1 million, as a gift, and not then go ahead and provide for us the means to use it as He planned and intended.
We need people that will have a heart and a passion for lost people, that'll be willing to share their resources.
We definitely need dollars, and as the financial director, I can say that firsthand, that's definitely one of the roadblocks that we're hitting right now.
It's not altogether just about money. We have people come out here and volunteer and do projects for us, so we need that to continue. But basically, we need the ability to develop this land according to the dream that we've talked about already.
It's important that for me to see the Lord's money being used in a correct and a proper way and to get the most out of it. But to work on a shoestring that I've seen Team Expansion do over the last 20 years, more than 20 years, it's impressive for me, and that's one of the reasons I'm still involved and I still am interested in all the things that's happening. I don't know of any other organization I've ever been involved with where we get such good value for the money that for the kingdom, and that's really important to me as a businessman and as a steward for the Lord.
With any other organization, I would have been skeptical. I mean, I think the budget is something like $9 million for these facilities. I would have been really skeptical. But with Team Expansion, you have a track record of being so faithful and such good stewards. I mean, look at the building they're in now, where they take advantage of every square foot they're in, and they have been so patient and so such good stewards. I think that that's just going to carry over into this facility, and it's going to be used in some mighty ways for missions and for the kingdom.
It's just wonderful to be a part of a growing family that just honors Him and has as their whole purpose is to glorify Him by bringing more lost people to Him and introducing them. I mean, there's no greater joy than to introduce someone that doesn't know Jesus to their Savior, to their Lord.
10 years from now, I hope that God has taken Team Expansion somewhere where we never dreamed we'd go. I hope it's bigger and better than the plans we lay out, because if that's all we get, then I'm not sure that that's enough.
And it's really exciting to see times that we can kind of step back and look at maybe the bigger picture. I wish I could step even farther back and look at the very big picture. But that God is doing good things, and He's making Himself known among all nations, and He's using us to do it, and it's a wonderful privilege.
I hope that He continues to take Team Expansion into the unreached peoples of the world, into more and more difficult fields. And so I hope the vision continues.
That just being used, whether it was the person that answered the phone, or the person that sent out a flyer, or the person that gave $1, the person that knelt down on their, beside their bed and prayed, or the person that actually responds and becomes that new worker overseas and opens his Bible, learns that new language. That no matter what part you've played in the whole organization, in the family, everybody had a part. If we write, we write to His glory. If we sing to His glory. We go and make disciples for His glory.
It's so much bigger than what the original dream was, because the people that are part of it are so good at what they do. They apply their whole selves to this because they've caught this vision of doing this. And I think what I'm most excited about is the potential that represents. God working through that talent that we didn't have when we started in the early 80s and mid 80s. We were just a bunch of young whippersnappers trying to dream of what God could do. Now we've got people that have 10 and 15 and 20 years of experience. I can't even imagine anymore what's going to come in the future.